Well, I'm looking at my hair. This doesn't look too good, but I'm going to record anyway. Hello, Don and Janet. First of all, I just want to say thank you. Um, I have learned so much from this experience, and I'm so grateful for it. And I just want to say thank you for selecting me and taking a risk on me. And this has been a game changer for me in my craft and what I do. So thank you for that. So this video, purpose of this video is to give you a sense of how the habits of mind have kind of permeated what I've done, and hopefully this portfolio you are about to look at will demonstrate that for you. So the first habit of mine is curiosity. I think that I've proven I've been pretty curious and wanting to learn throughout the whole process in our conversations with both of you. It has certainly changed my thinking about and my teaching about how I teach. Um, because of my curiosity, I'm changing how I do workshops, how I use, for mechanically inclined, the writer's notebooks, and it really has made a major difference. And you'll see that in my portfolio as you take a look at that. It's also helped me to learn how to let go of being too structured. I think as a teacher who's had quite a few years in it, you have a tendency to kind of fall on what you're comfortable with. And so I'm always looking to learn something new, and this has certainly taught me that my structure, my writing can be a little stifling, I think, at times. And so I'm changing that for sure. For as far as engagement and involvement in my learning, I feel like I've been really engaged in this whole process. I've been to class and I've spoken up and I've participated and worked within my groups, and I feel like my engagement's been really, really strong. I certainly go home exhausted every day, so that probably proves I've been pretty engaged. Um, Creativity, I think that's been something I've always enjoyed, trying to be creative. The delivery of my lessons and how I delivered, the Three Pigs persuasive writing piece through the use of my Prezi, just the fact that I used an old school story and put a new school twist on it with Alexander T. Wolfe in his in that particular book, I think really helps me, shows my creativity. Um, I also use a lot of my technology I'm comfortable with, like the Animoto that you'll see on this, YouTube, which I'm using obviously now, and the Prezi, but also I've added a new website to my repertoire, which is Padlet, and I use that in that particular unit. I really like that a lot. I think it's great, and how kids can see their work and what other people are thinking and have conversations, and I will definitely be adding that to my practice when I get back to work in the fall. Persistence. If I weren't persistent, this portfolio wouldn't be done. So obviously, I've worked really hard. I've been persistent in learning and pursuing and reading all the books and really digging in. And I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Responsibility. I met my deadline. Hallelujah, I'm responsible. And I've been very timely, been to class on time, have never been late. And worked really hard to be responsible in my learning and also be responsible for the learning of other people, where I've learned to keep my mouth shut and listen and draw and learn from them too. So I've tried to take responsibility not only for myself, but others learning as well, and try and share what I know. Flexibility, which of course is adapting to new situations. I think I've made a lot of changes, as I spoke of earlier, in my lesson planning. Um, and working with other people, and then been a really good team player, and never had a problem with that. And then finally, metacognition, which is probably the strongest thing that I have gotten out of this, and probably what is the most important thing you want people to learn from this experience, is to take a hard look at their practice and what are you doing and why are you doing it, and is this the most effective way to do it? And I've been very reflective on my practice. I'm changing a lot in the fall, which I've already gone over. Um, and I think one of the biggest things in my practice I realize is that I um, I need to be a writer to be a good writing teacher. And it never really struck me as much until I read Bird by Bird and actually started writing my own pieces and going through that process and thinking about, if this is how I feel, this is how do my kids feel about this process. So it's been really good for me to have that thought pattern for me. I think another big piece of this, I talked about being less structured earlier, which is another metacognition piece. Obviously, I'm going to be adding inquiry-based learning into my work. That was something I had never done before, and I feel is very, very important. So I'll be definitely adding that in. I can't wait to do that with, in particular, my opinion pieces and, of course, my essays that the kids are going to be writing here in the fall. Um, and the last, I think, it's almost embarrassing for me to admit, but it's true. I need to be better read as an educator. I need in a couple different ways. Number one, I just need to read good literature. I have a tendency to read just one thing, and I'm realizing more and more as people are talking, I'm like, boy, I need to start really digging into better literature than what I do and read some of the classics and know what they are and have a working knowledge of them. It's been a long time since I've given myself permission to read and do those things because I'm always super busy. Um, and then also, I need to be better read as an educator, as I need to be able to back up my practice with research and best practice. And I have a tendency to just do it because it works, and I don't have a reason why. So it was refreshing to know that my practice and what I do is backed by research, but at the same time, I need to know the research and I need to be well read and I need to read the books and know what's out there so that I can have some authority when I speak and not just talk because I'm talking. So that's what I pulled out of it, of all the different habits. I just want to again thank you both for such a wonderful experience. You two have been a model for me. Um, I look forward to working with you in the future. I look forward to being a part of this very special group of people. And I know my journey doesn't end here. So thank you.